Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Alfred Check, coming to you from the state of Maryland. This is the Dream Team webinar, starts every 12:45 Eastern Daylight Saving Time. Thank you and welcome.
Your next stop is ONPASSIVE.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
I'm going to welcome everyone again to the wonderful Dream Team. just like Sister Patience always did. Well, not the same way, obviously. And then I will say, we have our sister Lerato to give us the word for the day. Dr. Derek will play the music. I think he can do that. And so we're off to the races.
Okay.
So welcome, Sister Lerato, with your wonderful word. We're all ears and ready for you.
Okay, sis. So I should start now, ne?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Today is fun. We always have to expect the unexpected, right? And just be
Absolutely.
flexible and
That's
be
right.
people who can just adjust and and just be to be able to adapt.
We are the
So
dream
I'm
team. Yes.
exactly. So can you see my camera well, sis? Is my camera the
Absolutely. You're great.
okay? It's wonderful to be here. I'm a little bit exhausted, but I'm grateful to be here, right? So last night was trying, but I'm here. And with the busyness of our lives, sometimes we just have to summon extra energy to do the things that we love and be there for one another. So I'm here today because I love ONPASSIVE. I'm in love with ONPASSIVE. Instead, like my love for ONPASSIVE is increasing every day. So, and my love for you guys is just knows no bounds, right? Because we are people of purpose. We are people who are very intentional about what we want in life, what we are here for. We are here to fulfill destiny, and we are doing it that very fearlessly, right? And we are sharpening one another so that none of us will be left behind. So I spoke about destiny, and for all of us, we know that we have something that we were brought on this earth to do and to be or to become, right? So some of us are now on our way to becoming, because like I said, there's so many programs that we take along the way, or things that we take along the way that sometimes become heavy for us, or they come a load that we don't need on our way to success. And we're here talking about mindset, trying to rid us of things that are not working for us. All those habits or old thought patterns that all of us have to break in order for us to reach our promised land or to fulfill destiny, right? So all of us here have something to contribute to humanity, to life. All of us here, we are perfectly, in this perfect scheme of life, everybody has a space, everybody has a reason for being. You're just not here as decor, just edification. You matter. So it's important for us to discover those passions that we have, those things that, or just to fulfill destiny, to discover our purpose and live purposefully. And the fact that we chose, all of us, so ONPASSIVE, all of us had different reasons why we chose ONPASSIVE. I know the main reason is to make passive income, but it was a design for us to be here together and for us to sharpen one another, because there's a greater calling beyond us making money. There's something that we have to call out of one another in order for us to fulfill our purpose, in order for us to understand that there's something in the great scheme of life. You matter, and there's something that you have to do in order for humanity to progress, or for life to progress. You matter, right? So we meet here and we sharpen each other's minds. We remind each other why we love, why we live, why we should want good, why we should be part of everything that contributes to wellness, to good, so that we can affect our environment and in fact affect or bring in healing to situations that need healing, or bring in everything good that will make life move in the right direction, right? In the direction of love, of peace, of well-being. So I'm really, really glad to be here. And I know that, like I said, all of us have a place. Dr. Derek is here. He has a space in this. My sister Yvonne, my sister Kanla, all of us here, Sister Yvonne, my brother Alfred, we're all here to make a difference. My sister Debbie, all of us, even if I don't mention your name, you know yourself, right? And even you who are watching, we are here. We have a reason why we are here. In the grand scheme of life, this was it was programmed. And the fact that you chose this, then you didn't choose wrong. You chose to move in the wavelength of everything that supports good. So now we're going to reinforce this to say we are here There's a reason why we're here, and now let's fine tune our how do I say, let's sharpen one another so that we can fine tune what we're here for, and help each other to live our best life, to live purposefully. So we've been talking about love in the last weeks. We've been talking about so many things that the attributes, or what makes life wonderful to live, what makes the life experience beautiful, and us agreeing with good, right? We spoke about agreeing with good, and we finished with a series of love, and last week we started on addressing walls, or things that are keeping us away from moving forward, like those heavy burdens or heavy baggages that we carry along with us, maybe because of our culture, because of our communal mentality, or different things, you know, the programs that we pick up along the way that are not necessarily helpful for our development, or that are not really, I mean, everything has a reason, right, in the grand scheme of everything, but there's certain things that when we pick up along the way, they slow our progress, or they slow the process of our growth. Instead of us growing, you know, magnificently, or growing at the pace that is good, we twat ourselves, you know. So we are now here to talk about that, because I think it's important for us to evaluate ourselves, self-evaluation and self-reflection. And we do it because we want to grow. We don't sit in filth, or we don't sit in things that are dysfunctional, and we are talking about agreeing with good. Agreeing with good means you have to self-examine, you have to check those areas in your life that you need to heal, that you need to revisit, and to redo. It's basically like you're removing the old software and you're putting new software now that will optimize your function, you know, right, in the scheme of life, that will optimize how you work, how you think, all these things. We're here to do that for one another, because we have to live purposefully, and we have to live our best life. I don't want to live, for me personally, I don't want to be on earth just to survive. I cannot afford to do that. This life experience has to be enjoyable, has to be, you know, I want to savor every moment, even though, you know, we have a spectrum of things that we go through life for growth, for different things. But when we have a different mentality, or when we have the mentality that supports life, when we have all these things that agree with good, even if we go through things that will be challenging, those challenges will come as opportunities to grow, and opportunities to thrive, and opportunities to, you know, we're better equipped to go through difficult parts of life when your mentality, or your mindset is aligning with what everything that supports what is good, right? So we are here to sharpen one another. And last week we spoke about pride. We said pride is something that we have to really work on and to watch, because it's like a wall of Jericho. Basically, it's like a wall that limits your access to the storehouse of good and wellness. All right. And pride is something that destroys you yourself. It's the same thing as unforgiveness. It's self-destructive, right? People wonder why some people, you know, you pick up certain sicknesses that you had nothing to do with. It's because all these things are stored into your body, into your being. And I said last time that we are vibrational being. We're just not flesh, right? We are vibrational beings. So meaning that there are certain frequencies or certain tendencies in our thoughts patterns, or in our just beingness that affect our bodies, especially if we have wrong patterns of thought. They affect us not only mentally but also physically, and they manifest as sickness, or they manifest as certain things that, you know, are not necessarily helping our life to be better, right? So, and we spoke about pride. We said pride is very dangerous, and I mentioned already last week what pride does. That pride doesn't serve good. It doesn't serve good. So we have to evaluate those things and check ourselves when all of us go through these things. I mean, in all our life experience, all of us have experienced moments where we behaved pridefully, or sometimes we don't even know that it's pride, right? I said last week we will have I would love for us to maybe have an open discussion, because, you know, sometimes our cultures, we do things, we think it's not pride, but then you realize later, like, actually this is prideful. The behavior stems from pride, not wanting to help somebody that you think that is beneath you, or thinking, or, you know, I made a scenario last week. It's like, there are people, they'll eat and throw a paper on the floor, and when you ask them, why are you littering, it's like, but there are people who are cleaning these things, let them do their job. And you're thinking, what kind of thought pattern is that? I mean, of mentality is that, right? Those yeah, and then some people really, really believe that for them it's right to think in that way. Then I mean, they have a right to look down on anybody. If I don't know. So that's why I said that we have to sit here and now start talking about it so we can understand each other much better, and then understand how we can grow out of things that actually don't help us, right? So, and we spoke also about unforgiveness, and we said unforgiveness is like drinking poison and hoping that the next person will die. And forgiveness is very, very, very dangerous. It's like basically killing yourself, right? So there are people who are with cancers at the hospitals, and some of the cancers are not just occurring from anything else, but from stored up emotions of unforgiveness. All those emotions are now manifesting as sickness in their bodies, right? So it's better for us to let go of the baggage so that we can reach our promised land and we can reach our goal and agree with good, right? And today we're going to talk about envy, and we're going to talk about victim mentality, right? So we already covered pride, and we covered unforgiveness. Today we're going to talk about envy. Whew, there's a lot to unpack here. I'm going to try and summarize everything, but I hope, as we are sitting here, all of us, we will pick something out of what I'm going to say about envy, right? So the envy is also it flows together also with pride. It's almost like pride. It just goes together as like brothers and sisters. Like I said, birds of the same feather flock together. Right? So, and envy is one of those things that also goes together with what we mentioned last week, right? And I said, envy also comes from the scarcity mentality. When you come from the scarcity, when you start envying what other people have, it's because you think deep down in your heart that what happens for others cannot happen for you. It's secretly believing that if people have good, then you won't have it. Right? That's why you are upset, because you believe that good cannot happen for you, or you're believing in scarcity mentality. And I mean, this is how this world, the conscious, what we're seeing happening in business, in so many areas of our life, where this scarcity mentality is producing unhealthy competition. It's producing, all these things where people are just like, I am going to kill you in order for me to climb up, right? Where good cannot happen for all of us. It can only happen for one person to oppress everybody. So everybody else is resentful, and there's envy, all this, all these things, because they flow together, it's like they give birth to one another, right? So it's like they agree together, they agree, like we agree with good. It's like agreeing with everything that is dysfunctional, right? So envy is basically stemming also from the scarcity mentality, thinking that if the good fortune happens to somebody else, or success happens to somebody else, it cannot happen for me. It's limited. There's just only this much success that can just go around. And that's where envy comes from, right? And then we don't understand that by now starting to harbor these emotions, you're actually limiting yourself. You're cutting yourself off from good, because good cannot flow freely into your life when there's a blockage. I said last week that it's like when you have a hose pipe and the water is flowing freely, then you put unforgiveness and it's limiting, and then you put envy, then it limits even more. So now the goodness that was supposed to come in has no place to come in, because now there's blockages of envy there, right? And some of the characteristics of envy is like to refusing to celebrate another person's success. When you refuse to celebrate somebody else's success, you have to check yourself. What is that? Where is that coming from? If somebody is celebrating their success and you are upset and you don't want to celebrate, where is that? What is that? Right? So check yourself and say, what is that? Let me check it. Where is it coming from? What am I believing at the back of my mind that this person, I can't be successful, right? Or if they're successful, they're taking my place. What is it, right? So evaluate yourself. Another one is you find yourself unhappy when others are having success. You get depressed when somebody else has something that you want. You are like, no, I'm now into depression. Don't talk to me. You start avoiding them. You start avoiding the people. You're just that person, right? So now we have to evaluate ourselves and check those emotions and check where they come from and where the secret belief behind it. Right? So another characteristics is finding joy in when other people experience setback or failure, right? There are people that are happy when things don't go well for you. When something doesn't go well for somebody and you find yourself happy, there's a problem there. You have to check yourself, right? You have to check yourself, right? And then when you're frequently scrutinizing or judging what other people are doing, you are just the one who is judging you're scrutinizing everything, putting it apart and asunder. You have to check yourself. What is the spirit behind that? What is it? What is the thought process behind that? Or the emotion behind it? The energy behind it, right? So when you get upset that somebody is complimenting other people's hard work, if somebody is being complimented and you are upset, you have to figure out where that comes from, right? You have to figure out where that comes from. If some other persons, when a person gets a compliment and you're upset, then you have to check what is going on there, right? And when you're offering fake compliments to other people, or you're just that person that cannot be genuinely, you can be genuine with anybody. You're just offering fake compliments and downplaying people, you're just downplaying people's successes. If somebody says, oh wow, Sister Kanla is so good with the what do you call it, with her presentations, like, yeah, she's good, but what is that? Why can't I say Sister Kanla is good? If she's good, she's good. And that's what she excels in. Instead, I'm supposed to actually lift her up to say, wow, she's good. Let's find another opportunity that Sister Kanla can shine, or not even shine, or contribute to somebody else's life. People need to hear what Sister Kanla is saying because they can benefit. But if I'm that person, when people are like, oh, maybe we should introduce Sister Kanla to, I'm like, no, she's good, but I don't think that she's ready to, or she's not, what? What is the spirit behind that? If I can support your success and celebrate your strength, there's a problem. I have to evaluate myself. If somebody is generally good at what they're doing and they're excelling and they're good, there's no reason for me to want to tear them apart. What is the spirit behind that, right? So whether you do it publicly or in yourself, even if you do it privately or publicly, you have to start evaluating that and checking that, because it's going to block the flow of good coming into your life. Those are the walls that you're building between yourself and what is good, right? So those are the disagreements with good. You start disagreeing with good in that way. It's consciously or subconsciously. In case you didn't know, those are the things that are stopping the flow of good coming into your life, right? And then when somebody starts copying you or competing, there are people who are secretly competing with you. You buy a car, they buy a car. You wear a green hat, they wear a green hat. You wear a red skirt, they wear a red skirt. Why? You have to check the spirit behind it. There's some people that when I generally see, wow, Sister Kanla does this well, I can ask her, Sister Kanla, how do you do this? Please teach me how to do that. If the spirit behind it is to say, it's beautiful, I would like to have it, not in the spirit of, no, Sister Kanla can be the only one who has it, right? Then I have to evaluate myself. I'm not saying that we shouldn't share with one another, we shouldn't help each other to shine, but when the spirit behind it is, you can't have it alone. If you have it, I have to have it, then there's a problem. There's a problem, because the spirit behind it is not the spirit that supports life. It's not the spirit that agrees with good. I cannot bear seeing somebody being beautiful or wonderful. No, then I have to evaluate myself, right? So envy is also very dangerous, because it's almost like you believe that God is not able to bless you when he's blessing others. And the thing is, God works according to your own capacity also to receive. If I'm limiting God by being envious and saying, if you do for others, you can't do for me, then that's what's going to happen, right? That's what's going to happen. My own beliefs will limit what can flow into my life, because those are the lies that I'm telling myself. And God can only operate according to your own consciousness and capacity, right? If I don't have the faith to believe that good can happen to me, then everything will agree with what I'm saying with me, because you're an entity, you are energy, right? So you're a spiritual being. So whatever you proclaim as a law for yourself, that's what's going to govern your life. So what are you agreeing with? If I'm setting a law to say I cannot go beyond this point, and I'm setting that law, then that will be the law that governs me. So we have to break those barriers so that we can establish new laws that says there is more than enough. If somebody is amazing, if somebody is great, hallelujah, they are great. We support them, but there is more than enough to go around for all of us, because there is abundance of everything good for all of us, right? For all of us, and all of us have different strengths and different things that are like I said, I mentioned that all of us here have a purpose, and we have a destiny to fulfill. We cannot all be lawyers, we cannot all be doctors, we can't all be Dr. Derricks, and we can't. There's beautiful in diversity. Sister Kanla talks about this. There's beauty in diversity, because then all of us has a space. All of us has a purpose and a mission to fulfill. So we can't all be here for the same mission. We cannot all be here for the same mission. So then there won't be varieties. Like if nature was only producing red roses, then what's the beauty in that? Nature itself tells you that there's diversity, there's different kind of life forms to show you that there's diversity and there's beauty in all of it. We need purple. We need. I love color lilies. I can't imagine just having roses as an option. I love color lilies, and I love specifically the white color lilies. So it's beautiful to have that choice to look at different flowers and the variety, to be able to be in a beautiful Caribbean weather and see beautiful seas, and come to Europe and see snow. You know, that diversity is beautiful because it has its place and purpose. Right? It has its space and purpose. So we cannot just have the same thing and everything is uniform in such a beautiful universe of diversity. So that's why I spoke about purpose. So when we are starting to be envious, is to say that, you know, I don't have a space. You don't believe that good is also for you. You don't also believe that there isn't enough. And you have a space to fulfill. You have a purpose in the grand scheme of life. You have a purpose. You have a particular thing that you're bringing in that supports life, that will move life forward. You don't believe that. That's why then, you know, through these other things, you're thwarting, you're blocking the flow of life. And we can't even experience you in your fullest potential because you're busy competing with somebody else. If you're busy with somebody else and you're not busy with enhancing what you have, then we are also not benefiting. Humanity is not benefiting. Life doesn't benefit because you're busy with something that is not your mission or your purpose. You're busy fulfilling or occupying a space that is not yours, right? So all these things are important, and it's important to mention them, to say, as much as we're here to sharpen one another. Yes, money will come, but we need to align ourselves with what is good. We need to align ourselves with purpose. We need to align ourselves with everything that supports life, because then it's much more powerful. Then we start living purposefully, and then the whole entire cosmos and universe benefits, because then you're giving yourself fully to your life experience, and we get to experience you, right? There's some people, if they were not here, we wouldn't know that there's a level of success that a human being can reach. If there were no Elon Musks, we wouldn't know that, you know, there's a level of success that is reachable by human beings, apart from governments having certain kinds of money. Human beings also can achieve those in terms of monetary, what do you say, money, right? We wouldn't know that it's possible, right? But now you have variety. You have so many people that are doing different things to tell us that it's possible. It's possible for all of us. So let's now go in ourselves and find out where we fit in this grand scheme of life, and give of ourselves and give to life. And it's powerful in that way. It's also a service of love. When you give yourself fully, you are serving, and it's part of love, adding light to the universe. And we get to enjoy the gift that is you. We get to enjoy the gift that is you. So you cannot deprive us by now putting blockages, and you're refusing to let go of these things to give yourself fully to this life experience, to your loved ones, to your family, because now you're holding on to baggage that it doesn't add anything good for you. We get to miss that person. So we are here today, and I know the people that are here, we're living purposefully, and we are going to self-reflect. We are going to work on ourselves, so that when we appear for life, we appear fully, and we get to enjoy one another in our fullest we just get to enjoy each other in the fullest possible way, right? So thank you so much for listening. Thank you. I hope this message transcends so that we can, do what we're supposed to be, the light that we're supposed to be, without limits. The earth deserves you. It is looking for you. We want you because there's so much that potential that still needs to come out so we can enjoy it. With their books that still need to be written, future generations are waiting for you to sit in your purpose and in your mission of this life, right? To fulfill your destiny, so that future generations that will be reading your books or whatever that we're supposed to do here, so we can give, and that's also a form of love, like I said. So thank you so much. And in case somebody didn't tell you that they love you, I want to tell you I love you so much, and thank you for listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Queen Lerato, for your always on-point reminders that we are one of a kind. We have a place in this world, each and every one of us. No one is extraneous. No one is a loser. We all have a purpose created by our God, our Creator, and our job is not to think small, but to go for it. So thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, sis.
So the next item, I believe, is we're going to hear from our wonderful Queen Kanla. She will be finishing up her series, I believe. It's Equity. Queen Kanla, are you with us? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, my dear sister, you are on. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you, Queen Sister Yvonne. Oh my goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am now trying to rethink how to make all what the mindset has said to us this morning and feed it into my presentation. Mr. Lerato, it's like you were in my mind when I was putting together this last set of my thoughts and my presentation and the conversation for us to have today. You nailed it. Oh my gosh.
We flow together, sis. We're of the same spirit.
Oh my, oh my, oh my. Awesome, awesome, awesome mindset. So everyone on Perseverance, if you hear me repeat some of the things, it is all right, because it's really flows smoothly into our conversation for today. And you are going to see it also from different perspectives as well. And my hope is that let us all try to participate, get engaged, and we all will be able to learn a lot more, be open, and just leave this webinar with everything that our sister Lerato has just expressed. I cannot even try to begin to explain some of the things, but let us just go and you get the flow and you begin to see them yourself. So thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Awesome, awesome, awesome presentation. Awesome. So I would also like to say thank you to our welcome team, all the team leaders. It is thanks to you that we all are able to run the show, Dr. P, and those who are not able to be on screen. We hear you, we understand you, and we want to acknowledge you. We are here to hold down the fort. So you can be rest assured of that. To our viewers, audience, whether you are on YouTube or you are present here, you are welcome. And I am looking forward to us having a wonderful, great session this afternoon, and let us finish it strong and with all the excitement, all the enthusiasm that you have. So thank you so much. I will like to share my screen at this time. Dr. Derek, is it okay to share? All right. In the meantime, Dr. Benny and Queen Yvonne, we can begin the conversation of sharing with everyone, with the team, some of our experiences when it comes to
Equity?
Yes, equity, which was the last, yes, so that we can smoothly roll forward to the next.
Okay. Dr. Benny? Dr. Benny, would you like to go?
Yes. Sorry, no. Okay, hold on. See, I just got something like diversity, equity, and inclusion. Their
Yes.
organizational framework that
Yes.
promote a fair treatment, fair, can you believe fair treatment and
Yes.
full participation of all people, especially population that have historical been being on underrepresented or subject to discrimination. Come on now. See, you have diversity, equity, and inclusion. Hold on, my please. The value acknowledge it also embrace, support, and accept the differences among people in terms of their background, their identity, disability. Now, the policy when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion,
Right.
the policy is that they practice and aim to create more inclusive workplace where people of various background can feel welcome to perform their fullest potential. You know, when I see all this, I mean, I like what I saw this information. I say, it is really good because some of us in a different environment, when you go to a job site, to your job site, you see different people from different countries, or should I say the diversity. Sometimes like Indians would just go and sit somewhere. I'm giving an example because I have seen it. They have their own people to communicate with. You see, our Black people, we are there. We don't just want to be closer to those people because they don't want to be closer to us. So when it comes to this inclusion, I believe that when you go to most of the job site, they are trying to do what it takes now to welcome us. It is about time because all of us, God created all of us in his image. So I don't see any need for people to be, to say, okay, let this person be here differently from this. So I like what I am saying, and I'm praying that we should all continue. And I pray that when we go to any your job site, whoever is the owner of that environment should know that we are all the same. We should work together. They should welcome us. We are humans. All right.
Brilliant. Great.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was listening and while also trying to bring up the slide, you just covered it. That is absolutely right. And in as much as the definition vary, whether it's your workplace, whether it's a family, or whether it's your business, you will realize that the similarity is the same, or the main core words are the same. Diversity, difference. You and me, we can never be the same. Inclusion, everyone needs to be felt they belong somewhere. It doesn't matter the different dimensions, whether it's you're from what continent or what age. No, that is our human nature. So all of those things together will always be part of our daily life and will always be part of everything we do. So thank you so much, Dr. Benny. Is there any other in the room, in the chat before I go forward? I think we have the presentation ready. Yay! So let's go.
Nothing yet, Queen Kanla, nothing yet.
All right, great, awesome. So, in order not to elaborate further, we've heard what Dr. Benny has said. We have listened to our sister with the brilliant mindset, taking us from agreeing with good, having our sense of purpose, whether as an individual, and how it begins from an individual and then move into the community, and how eventually it gets to the world. So here you can see this is the fundamental basic unit of our very existence. Family, community, world. Without the family, there is no community. Without the community, there will be no world. And diversity, inclusion together is what we live by daily. So we as humans, created in God's own image, with his love for him and love for our fellow human, we need to get along with each other. Whether you are in Europe, whether you are in Africa, whether you are in Asia, whether you are in North America or South America, we need to get along together, because we, as of now or through our series, already know the importance of diversity, inclusion, equity. We have answered these questions. I'll leave it for you to read, but you realize that we have answered all these questions individually and as an organization or as ONPASSIVE business owners. So why do we still believe, and we should continue to believe, that it is important? We had talked about diversity, different people, values, each other. It's not about your skin, it's not about your age, it's not about your talent, it's not about your intellect, but respect and acceptance. You accept me for who I am, I accept you for who I am. I respect and understand you, you respect and understand me. We don't have to agree always, but we have those basic cores of life, principles of life, at work, at home, that we can all agree on. And our strengths are always stronger than our weaknesses. Inclusion, we all want to be included. And we have come to the conclusion that human beings are more alike than we are unalike. No matter how much anyone tries to let us know that we are divided, or we can be divided, or we can be separated. If only we look a little bit further, or be understanding a little bit, be open-minded a little bit, then you will be able to empathize with the other person next to you who is different. But when you get to understand them, like our sister Lerato said, you share in their love, skills, fulfillment of life. And we all enjoy a more better place, a more better world that we live in. Because that was God's sole purpose of creation. We are a multitude, different, but one mission, but one people. Me, you, everyone in the world. Yes, absolutely. It is always better. This is just as a refresher, also focusing on our ONPASSIVE business. Excuse me. These are facts. And we know the value of our products. We should be the one leading the story of ONPASSIVE, the inclusiveness of ONPASSIVE. Many are out there yearning to find a place where they can feel they belong, where they know they can be appreciated, where they know they can be represented, and where they know they don't have to take time and be concerned and be worried about, oh, who am I? How do I look? Oh, what is the next person thinking about me? No. That is the true unique value of ONPASSIVE. We are an all-inclusive company. Equity. Are we same or are we talking about fairness? Equality. Yes. Equality is sameness. Equity is fairness. What does it mean to you? I can imagine how sometimes we can use those words interchangeably, but maybe sometimes intending to use equity for equality. But equality, yes, we can have everything equal, but equity, no. We have a lot to still do when it comes to equity, fairness. And we looked at the two models of equity. We talked about the fixed model, which is the traditional model, which is what we have in most of the businesses in the corporate world, where you work for someone, they decide how much they pay you, they decide every other thing, how you do, whether it's a diversity and inclusion. It's a top-bottom model. With the dynamic split model of equity, it's the bottom up, middle wide. Everyone is included. And our CEO is the best example at this time who is applying or using this model in the business world. And we all can be a testament of the challenges and the difficulties that the company is going through and that he is facing, because the rest of the other business world do not understand this model as much. But yet, it is what is fair. It is what is better. It is what is good. Because our company is a company with heart for humanity. That is our model. That is our motto. That is, quoting our CEO, Mr. Ash. He wants to uplift humanity, and so he has chosen to use a model that will be able to fulfill his dream, that mission. And he is telling us ONPASSIVE is going to change our lives. Yes. Now, we already talked about the different dimensions of diversity, inclusion, equity, race, ethics, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, your faith, your ability, whether it's physical, political, socioeconomic, your ideology. It's always one of these, and together they are what shapes us to be what we are. And these all together, when we are mindful of it, is what helps us as individuals to look beyond just being tolerant with each other, but celebrate each other's rich diversity. Our sister Lerato couldn't have said it in a more beautiful way than she did during our mindset. And so with that brief summary, I hope I was not too fast, but because I wanted to bring us to this today, which is going to be our interactive icebreaker activity today, just to help us understand and appreciate the true meaning, a deeper meaning of diversity, inclusion, and equity, and to be able to tell our story as individuals, as groups, wherever we are. And so while we already shared a few of the individual stories, at this time, I would like to ask if we have some experiences as well, belonging in groups, where you have equally experienced either a diversity or inclusion or equity, bias, or a concern, or you felt that, oh, that didn't look well, or that didn't sound right to you. There was no fairness in you. Please share with us. You can either raise your hand and talk, or you can put that information in the chat, because it is from these experiences that we get to know and we get to learn more and we get to understand each other. And no two experiences will ever be the same. And your interpretation of the experience is shaped by the blueprint of your background. Whether it's good or whether it's bad. But I know sometimes bad experiences can be turned to become good, because then you use it to become something positive. You change that experience and it becomes a positive thing in your life.
Yes, I can start.
Please, Dr. Benny.
No, I feel bias. I'm going to say it. Within this ONPASSIVE, there was, I think there was a webinar or a forum for women empowerment. There is a group that, because they think they are so important, they took all the Black people away. I am saying it because I see it. I have noticed a lot within this company. What I see, people are playing games, and it is not fair. I'm talking about certain groups that they think that they are more important than us. But anyway, at work, there's also bias.
Mm-hmm.
There is bias everywhere, sister. It's not only within this company. There's bias everywhere. But I felt bad. I felt that they did not want to include me or include, let me just say, our color. And I don't think it is really fair, because as I mentioned from the beginning, that God created all of us in his image. Why did he choose to create Caucasian, Chinese, Indians? Because Indians, they think that they are more superior. I am saying it because I've seen it. I'm telling you how I feel. I will be quiet for now and let other people continue. Then I'll come back. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Benny. Thank you for sharing that experience. Thank you. Yep, we will revisit it as we go forward. Yes, we can have one or more, please. Or if you can put that information in the chat, you are welcome to do so. All right.
Hello?
Yes, Sister Yvonne.
Okay. Before I ask, I don't think there are any questions in the chat, so let me check that first before I jump in.
Okay.
There's a retort to what Dr. Bennett just said. So I don't know how far we want to go with this.
Please.
Someone said, that's your opinion, Dr. Benny. You don't speak for all Black people. So I don't know where we're going to go with this.
No, that one I can answer. Well, I don't speak for all Black people, but I'm saying, okay, I'm sorry if maybe you're a good woman or you're a good man or you're a good Black woman or a good Black man that at your job site or within this company, you don't see what I see. No problem. I have answered that individual. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Benny. So Queen Kanla,
yes.
I was looking at what it says about equality, a definition, and then equality is getting what everyone else. Can you go over that again for me, please? I didn't quite get.
Yeah. Equality is sameness.
Yes.
And equity is fairness. So we can be equals. Let's at work, right? We have at the same titles. We are doing the same job, but we are not being treated fairly.
Oh, okay. Like you mean?
Yes.
You mean in pay and stuff like? Is that what you mean?
In pay and likewise even the work volume, because we can have the same titles.
Okay.
In our job, remember where you have, let's say, like administrative assistant 1, 2, or 3. You can have 1, 2, 3 employees that are all administrative assistant 1.
Right.
But trust me, the fairness that all of them will be treated doing exactly the same job and being paid the same is very unlikely. Because not of their fault, it is because of the traditional system.
Yes.
Where some people are rated higher, some are rated lower, some are paid higher, and some are paid. There is that corporate structure.
Yes. Because speaking on that, if that's what you're saying, because I wasn't sure. In a work atmosphere where I was privy to what people were making, I was working at the time for a temporary agency. And I was surprised to see the different pay structure for the same employees, I was wondering why that was so, but now that you've explained that, I think that was what was happening, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct. That is group experience of diversity, inclusion, and equity. So when you get to know that these things exist, they are out there, you will not be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
You would not be wondering that, how do I feel, or do I think I do more of work? I do a lot of the work. I do the running around. I am the one who is like leading the lead or the front liner.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
I just wanted to add one thing from the discussion you talk about the admin 1, 2, 3, and everybody is paying different salary.
Yes.
Because the IFC, yes, Sister Kanla, you're right, is based on the traditional method of corporate. And that's why you can never discuss salary with your colleagues.
Yes.
It is like a no-no.
We were told not to do that, exactly.
Yes, absolutely. Because if you discuss it and somebody sees that they're doing the same job and you're paying them more, the same experience, the same length of stay at work, because there's a lot of factors that go in there, right? Right. If you look at, we started at the same time, we're doing the same thing, why are you making more?
Yes.
So the power of negotiation comes in, if you can negotiate better.
Yes.
And so that's why they make you discuss your salary with your colleague a taboo. Actually, it's almost like a criminal. Offense. Yes. So I just wanted to add that.
Thank you, Dr. Patience. That is true. Because
thank you, Dr. P. I was going to come to that, but thank you since you've jumped in. Yes, that is relevant, exactly. And so with that in mind,
Yes.
So we all need to be able to just hear what the other person is saying, listen, and understand each other, understand their point of view, and be able to work together, be able to walk along. Because with the diversity inclusion, there are some things that we have control over that we can do. But if we are not able to listen, hear, understand, and then it helps us change our mindset to be a more better person, or a more better advocate.
Yes. Because as you said, this particularly the equity part, it's almost institutionalized, isn't it? It's just a given, and
Yes.
And so, but there is a part for us to play. For instance, if we're going along with the same scenario of employment, we have to be able to be aware and do research. And for instance, we would know what a certain position should pay. Correct? We should.
Right.
That's our part, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that is why activism is also important, and it seems to be everywhere. But unless we do something, then it's the same old, correct?
Correct. It's same old. And how do you begin, Sister Yvonne? You need to be aware, you need to be exposed to this information. If you don't know, then always make sure you do your homework, always make sure you research. And like Dr. P said, when it comes to that moment, then you should be able to know what you can do from your end. You can negotiate, you can be able to.
Yes. And I was watching something else, that even places like the high end universities, Yale and Harvard, they now have a course for salary negotiation.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a free course, so anybody who's interested in being able to handle their employment status, that is a course that Harvard offers.
Right. And and the concept has been out there for a long period of time, but it turns out it is more in writing than actually its application. So I cannot back up why you hear diversity, inclusion, equity, but when you comes to its true application in industries, in companies, in workplace, to what extent is it fully applied, and to what extent do the employees engage in that? For all the different reasons you can think. Some employees may not engage because they have their own personal reasons. But if you are able to engage, know that this is something that impacts you, whether you are there or not. If you are not there, somebody will take the decisions for you.
Yes. When I worked in corporate, I know that a lot of people were always afraid of reprisals. But if one person stood up and took the initiative,
yes,
then they would get followers, because they figure you're a shield, you're the first one, right?
Right.
So again, it comes down to being aware of what your, I wouldn't say rights, but what's available, what your options are, right?
All right. Yep, it's what your options are. Yes, what your options are. Correct. Wow, this I am loving this conversation. Thank you so much, Queen Yvonne. Do we have anything in the chat before we go to the next interactive icebreaker activity?
No.
Okay. Awesome. Now, our next activity is, if you can see the screen, I would like us to write down 10 things, 10 that we have in common with each other. And I know we may think of so many things, but this Please don't add anything that has to do with body parts or clothing. No, we all have two legs, we have two hands, we have one head, we wear clothing, we wear shoes, we can do all of that, yes, but please write down 10 things that are common, that you and I share, that is common.
Are you saying for a man and a woman, or just female?
That is as a human being, as God's creation, you know, our basic. That's a very good question. Man, human, we are all human.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Dr. B, I like that question.
Yes, and when you are finished, we are going to either read, you can volunteer to read your list aloud if you're able to raise your hand, or if you can put it in the chat, yes, we will be able to read it for you. So we can take 2 minutes. I think 2 minutes will be good for us to be able to write down these 10 things. So the goal here will be for us to see how much we really do know ourselves, or we think that we do have in common as humans, versus what we believe or think that we do not have in common. And it goes right back into who we are as diverse individuals, where we belong, and how we think of fairness. All right, how are we doing?
Sister Kanla, I forgot to ask, but I'm assuming that's what you meant. You're talking about within ONPASSIVE, correct?
Not only within ONPASSIVE.
Okay.
Yes, inclusive. ONPASSIVE is inclusive as an individual, and within ONPASSIVE. We have groups, because now we had talked a lot about individuals when we did the unit sections. So now we are bringing it together as groups. So yes, together, including, yep, ONPASSIVE inclusive.
So, okay, I'd like to start off by saying we are from every corner of the globe, right?
Okay.
Is that the kind of thing you're talking about? Different languages, ages, cultures, religion, education levels? Inside ONPASSIVE, I'm speaking about.
Yes.
We have one vision. Well, for the most part, we want to help our fellow human being. We want to lift up humanity. We, for the most part, also appreciate, love, and support ONPASSIVE overall. And we believe in this topic that you are, well, I believe in this topic that you are bringing to us today.
Okay. Awesome. Yep. That is great. Yes. Let us hear from another volunteer.
Okay.
10 words. What? Yes.
I've got something in this Mani. I've got something in the chat already. I just point form as a fear of the Lord, 2, peace, harmony, love, understanding, empathy, hard work, sacrifice, accepting others for whom they are, respect for others.
Amen. Okay.
Excellent. That is great. Thank you. Thank you, Mani. Yes, that is correct. Please keep them coming.
And Sister Edith, Queen Edith says, we share our CEO's vision, love, good things, and the shared common values. That is from Queen Edith.
Thank you so much, Queen Edith. Thank you, Mama. That is right. Thank you.
Assignment, Tronge, that's tough homework now. Our beloved teacher is very interactive. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. I mean, think of your life, your journey with ONPASSIVE. There is surely some things that we do have or we share in common.
Right.
What is it? What is your why? Why?
Okay. I think I have an answer. Oh, I hope my answer will be okay. And I hope nobody will be mad at me.
Okay, yes.
Whatever I say what I see, right?
Go ahead. Yes.
Anyway, training.
Yes.
Training. At least we are doing training, right?
Yes.
We do training here.
Yes.
Especially here within Deep Dive and Dream Team.
Yes.
We have been training. You have a lot of us. They are doing training and education.
Yes.
You have diverse perspective and you have empowerment. There is empowerment here. Inclusive leadership. We have anti-discrimination, equitable policies, cultural competencies, open communication. Yes, at least there is open communication because I can talk.
You nailed it.
Hey,
you nailed it.
Oh, sorry. Fairness. There should be fairness.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, when it comes to this open communication, right?
Yes.
What you are doing today, you're making me to talk. I say what I want to say, and what I'm saying is the truth.
Right.
No, I mean,
I love you. You nailed it. You nailed it. That was the top of the answer.
Oh, I tried something, right? At least I tried. Equal opportunities, representation, accessibility, and fairness. Some of us, especially what I've noticed about our Dr. Pat, right?
Yes.
She is too sweet. I mean, sorry. She is the way she treat us. I mean, me. Well, I shouldn't say us, right? Maybe she treat me differently from others. But what I've noticed about her is that she treat everybody here with fairness.
Absolutely correct.
I know. Well, I hope I'm not being mean, but I'm saying what I see. Continuous improvement. You guys understand that? Notice that sometimes some of us we are so we don't want to do anything. We just want to sit down and just be looking because we are afraid to say something. Do you guys know that the more you say something, you write or you present, sometimes the first time that I did my presentation, somebody, because I made a mistake calling our CEO Mufara, right? But it's Mufare. So because of with my presentation, my interview, everything was perfect, but it was 99% perfect.
0.99.
But just because I did not pronounce our CEO's name correctly, the person said, "Oh, you were supposed to pronounce it Mufare." But guess what? Let me tell you what I've noticed with most of our leaders. I'm saying that leaders or people that I have seen, I always hear them say Mufara, Mufara. Are you kidding me? So then are you telling me that the first time that I did my presentation, just because I made that mistake by I did not pronounce his name correctly, but everybody is pronouncing that name. They're not pronouncing his name correctly. You see? So they should treat me with fairness. How about that, Miss Kanla?
And yes, they should treat you with fairness, and then so you get to see that it shouldn't be a one-way street. It shouldn't be a one-way thing. When you expect that fairness, you should be able to extend the fairness as well, and it should be for everybody.
All right. So I want everybody to know that his name is Mufare. I don't want to hear anybody to call him Mufara anymore. Thank you.
Awesome. So that is a great point, that we all make mistakes. You and I, nobody can say they are perfect. That is the point, Dr. Benny. I love the answers, the response we are having. Yes. Do we have any other volunteer with your 10 common things that we share we share as on perseverance in Dream Team?
Sister Kanla, it doesn't look as if anybody wants to speak, so it's falling to me to read from the chat, so I will continue to do so.
Yes,
okay?
Go ahead.
Okay, we have some more from Queen Edith. Most looking forward to participating, oh bless. We come from disadvantaged backgrounds. And she continues to say we want to help our communities. And let me see if there's anybody else with anything. So those are contributions, I'm assuming. And Juliana Mabumbo says, to fill our tanks and then help others, that is humanity, and share the value and vision of Mr. Ash. And Elizabeth McPhee says, we worship, love, work, celebrate, party, network, and communicate with one another. I'm assuming she's speaking up in-house in ONPASSIVE.
Correct.
Okay, can I say one more thing, if you don't mind?
Yes, Dr. Benny.
No, what I've noticed that it is very important for each and everyone to know that achieving and maintaining diversity, equity, and inclusion, they require ongoing effort when it comes to education and commitment to creating the environment that will celebrate the value and differences among individuals. Organizations like our company or any other company and communities that will embrace these principles are better positioned to foster their innovation, resilience, and social cohesion, or something like that. I hope I tried.
Yes, you did. My apology. You did. Thank you, Dr. Benny. Yes, you did. Do you note it? All right. Who else do we have?
Queen Kanla.
Yes.
The reading is finished and I don't see any hands up. So I just want to say, these are lofty and noble and laudable things we're talking about here.
Yes.
But they cannot be legislated. You understand this, right? There's no law that will make it right. We have to come to that at a heart level. We have to understand, because people make rules all the time. The case in point I was saying,
yes,
employment and payment on the broad stroke says that a person should get paid each person should get paid for the job that they do equally. We know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that is not the case, is it?
Yeah.
Right? So we can't be so, I don't know, adamant or whatever you want to say. It has to be coming from the heart, education, enlightenment, those kinds of things. Because obviously there are laws, there are labor laws, there are all kinds of laws, but they're broken every day. So it's not the laws that we need, is it?
No, it's not the laws that we need. It's our own engagement. It's our own participation.
Exactly.
What we have control over, what we can do.
Exactly. That's my point that I'm trying to make. So it's nice to say that we're aware of what's going on and everything, but it will just make a more miserable world if we go at it head to head. It's a hard thing, and education, as you say, and one and one and one and one and so on. Right?
Right. Absolutely. And that is just awesome. I mean, the answers have been so well stated. I mean, it has covered almost everything, though not everything. Because of time, we may not be able to go over it, but we have talked of, we share one vision, which is our CEO's vision. Yes. We share love, family, we celebrate together. This is work as well for us.
Yes.
Meeting here every Sunday, or all the other webinars. We are putting in our own work.
Yes. The only thing is, it's a labor of love, right? This is something we love to do.
This is something we love to do. And now we speak the same language.
Absolutely.
And which language will that be?
Mm-hmm.
We speak the language of ONPASSIVE.
Absolutely.
In addition to our individual language that we speak.
Mm-hmm. ONPASSIVE is a very unifying force. It is.
Exactly. We are all heading towards the same future. And what is it that we are looking that is in the future for us?
Dollars.
What else are we looking for that is in the future for us?
Helping humanity.
We are looking. Yes, exactly.
Exactly. We are helping humanity. We want to empower ourselves and empower each founding member and all affiliates. Yes. We want to be financially free. We want to have a better world. We want to live in a better place.
Yes.
Than we met it.
Yes. Yes, that is our legacy.
We are striving for safety because with the economic empowerment comes the other things that we so need and that are basic needs in life. We are not talking of wants. We are not talking of luxury. No, we just want the basic things in life.
Yes. Yes.
And that is the light at the end of the tunnel. Excuse me. That is what we share in common.
Mm-hmm.
In ONPASSIVE. And we all encourage all of us to be able to sync together with this thing we share in common. And then ask yourself every time you need to attend a webinar, you need to participate, or we have other activities going on. Ask yourself, are you doing the things that are common to everyone? If you are in, then you are on the right path. If you are not in, then I am sorry, you are a way behind and you need to work and meet up with the common good, because again, we are more alike than we want to think that we are not.
Yes.
We have a lot more in common than we want to think or believe that we don't.
Yes. Yes.
We are told that we are different, but we just using ONPASSIVE and our theme for today, we see that it is because we have these unifying common things that we all are looking forward to. That is what we need. That is what is our drive. And that is why we all are here. So do we still believe that we have a lot that is separating us or that we are divided over?
It's a good question, Queen Kanla. And I would just like to say one thing that we have in common here is that there are so many helping hands. You know, someone will always have an answer for you or get one. So it's a ready-made safe place where you can ask, as we always say here, there are no stupid questions, right?
No.
Nope. You can always feel free to learn,
yes,
expand the mindset, which we talk about here a lot, you know?
Yes,
so,
yes. There is no stupid question, and there is no there will be leaders that will be ready to help, and if they are not able to resolve your issue, it is forwarded to the next leader.
Yes.
And so that readiness, that assistance, that training, that empowerment,
Amen.
we all have it. It is common. That is what is common with us.
Yes.
So let's keep that at the back of our mind every time we're talking about ONPASSIVE, or every time we hear anyone saying, oh, I don't feel. Okay, you don't feel. Look at yourself and think of all this and ask yourself, are you in for the same common reasons, for the same common things that everyone that is in here is for? Then perhaps it is more of a personal reason why you are not in common with the rest of the people, because you may want, sometimes our mind plays tricks on us. You think that this is what you know, or you think that this is what you believe, or you think that this is what you are doing, but in application, your actions are not actually what you are doing. That is the correct thing.
Yeah. Yes. That is true, sister.
So thank you so much. That was I am loving this. I hope you all are getting, you're getting the perspectives, you're getting the awareness, your mind is thinking, and so you can be able to reason this out.
Yes. Thank you, Queen Kanla. This is very, very engaging and enlightening topic. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right. So we have one more icebreaker activity to do. This one is even a little more challenging, but I will allow us to go ahead and do it. Similar like activity two, but this one, the instruction is, I would like us all, to write down your life story. Your life story or your ONPASSIVE story. When we talked about equity last week and inclusion, we expanded a lot on our life's ONPASSIVE life story or our individual journey. So write down your life story or ONPASSIVE story in 7 to 12 words exactly. And please write them in a chronological order. So, but be mindful that this should sum up as closest as possible in a descriptive way what your story is or what your story is going to be told as ONPASSIVian. We can use same time allocation, maybe 2 minutes, and come up with some words. So that is before ONPASSIVE, when you joined ONPASSIVE, where you are currently today, and where the journey is tomorrow or the future. I am excited and so waiting to hear what what the answers will be. Yes, I am. I mean, we all have a story to tell.
Yes, we do.
And it is up to us to tell that story. Only you can tell it the way only you. No one can tell it for you.
That's right.
And you telling that story involves being who you are, and being who you are is by accepting your diversity, accepting that you are part and parcel of ONPASSIVE, you belong, and you just do your thing the ONPASSIVE way. All right. If you're finished, please, you can raise your hand and let us know that you're finished. So you can volunteer to read your list or put it in the chat as well. And either Dr. Benny or Queen Yvonne is going to read that for you.
Well, I would just like to go ahead, Queen Kanla, and just do my quick little I'm going to do the ONPASSIVE story. So for me, yes. ONPASSIVE was unexpected. It was welcome. It's life expanding. It's empowering, and now it's hopeful. That's where we are, hopeful today.
Brilliant. Awesome.
And I have a story here. This is from
Momodu
Jallo.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Right.
Oh, did you want to go ahead, Dr. Benny? Go ahead. Is that Dr. Benny speaking?
Yeah, it was me. Yes. Just if you want to read it, that's fine. Okay, let me read my Momodu.
Please
I said my brother. Brother Momodu.
You see, I'm already laughing, Dr. Benny, without even knowing what is there, because it tells me it's something good.
He is something else. You know that to me, I noticed that he has like 5 different types of jobs. But anyway, before that, he said on October 26, 2020, yes. I went to work as usual. Now it's time for us to start laughing. I went to work as usual. And my coworker told me about ONPASSIVE. And right there, I became a founding member, and make sure all my family members are aware of it. Some of them join me and others don't. Since then, I had been attending webinars to know more about my business.
Yes.
Thank you, Brother Momodu.
Thank you. That is a very inspirational story. Thank you.
All right. Let's see if there's another person. If not, then I can do mine.
And please, even if we have passed the activity and you still have something to add, go ahead and add it in the chat, because since it is recorded, when you go back to listen or review, those correspondence will be there in the chat for you. You can continue, Dr. Benny. Hello, Dr. Benny.
Oh, I'm sorry. Gosh, I thought. Anyway,
yes.
My journey before ONPASSIVE, as we all know, everybody were all walking.
Right.
We were walking and going to school. And in 2020, February 28, 2020, a good friend of mine, she called me and told me that it's an important opportunity for me. I said, what is it? You know, because a lot of people have been calling me, talking about online businesses, and I've lost a lot of money, and I didn't want to hear it. So, but later on, she told me that this company is real. I should join. And she expected me. Can you believe she was pushing me to join immediately? Right there. I said, what the? Well, please forgive me. I don't want to curse, right? Anyway. So immediately, I checked just to find out what the company was all about. And when I found out the importance, because I work in IT field, I decided, knowing that it is a company that deals with the artificial intelligence and machine learning, I joined that same day because she forced me to. I joined, and I included my children there. So I would say, first of all, I would say my name. My name is Dr. Bernadette Ntinglet, and I want to share my incredible journey with ONPASSIVE, a company that has not really transformed the way I approach online marketing, but has become an integral part of my professional and personal growth. So what did I really discover with this company? Knowing the importance, knowing how our CEO is, how he treats people, the way he loves his employees. I love it so much because I've never seen this type of CEO in my life. So my journey with ONPASSIVE, as we all know, that this innovative and artificial intelligence driven platform, it promises a revolutionize online marketing. So the vision and mission of this ONPASSIVE, it does resonate with me, and I was eager to be really part of it. And this journey has been so good to me that I have learned a lot. Sometimes I will call Dr. Pat's name, right? I'll call in Mr. Michael Ojongtambia.
Right.
I learned from Mr. Michael Ojongtambia. I also learned from someone that you guys may not know. When it comes to software development, you have Collins Manor. I noticed that he's the only one that, what I've noticed is that he is the one that knows a lot about software development. Then Mr. Jeffrey Mollock, I read the ebook, And then he makes me to understand that ONPASSIVE is an IT company that deals with artificial intelligence, machine learning. It is software as a service, and then pay as you go. I did not know that. So I have learned from it, and I'm really enjoying it. So the power of artificial intelligence in marketing, one of the aspects that fascinated me is that most about ONPASSIVE is the utilization of artificial intelligence in marketing and the cutting edge of technology which is offered by ONPASSIVE. It has not automated various aspects of my marketing effort, but it has significantly enhanced the effectiveness of the campaign. So I am so thrilled, and I love ONPASSIVE. I don't know if you guys love ONPASSIVE like I do. I know with ONPASSIVE, why did I even join ONPASSIVE? A lot of people have a reason why they join any company. I joined purposely for my loan, to pay off my school loan. And Mr. Ash Mufaria, I'm trying to pronounce it well, Mufaria, he reassured me that my school loan will be paid. I don't want to tell you the time, but it's going to be paid. So I know that when I receive my money, the first thing is to pay my school loan. Do you guys know why? Because in this country, America, I took a school loan. I did not know. I know if I was in Africa, I don't know if I will get a school loan. But here in America, they call me and say, do you want to go to school? Take the school loan. And then when you graduate, you start paying bit by bit, despite the fact that I'll be paying a lot. But the good thing is that I graduated. And now when I found out about ONPASSIVE, knowing the type of, they call Papa Africa, right? Mr. Charles Awesome, the way he was explaining how much we will be making, I said, are you serious? Then I said, okay. As I said, as soon as I get my money, I am going to pay off. The best thing is for you to pay off your school loan and don't think about it anymore. I love ONPASSIVE. I love our CEO. And we all know that his vision is for humanity, right? That we're going to utilize the O-Bless for it. Yes.
Yep.
I am going to utilize that O-Bless when I'm done with my school loan. Then you guys understand that we have underprivileged children out there, right? We have orphanage. We have widowers. We have homelessness. They need our help. They don't have the opportunity that you and I have now. When we start making these dollars, I will share it out there. I believe, I hope. You told me that you were asking me what I did and what I am doing now and what I will do next. The next thing is for me to help these underprivileged children, starting from here in America, because I've been here for 30 years. St. Jude Hospital will be number 1. Then my country, Cameroon, West Africa, I will help my people there. Then from there, I will start traveling. Maybe if Dr. Pat will help me too, I will work there. Thank you.
Dr. Pat, you have been invoked in.
Thank you so much. I have a lot to say, but I'll be quiet at the moment to allow the rest of my brothers and sisters, my queens and kings, to say something about our amazing company. We have the best CEO in the world. We have the best company in the world. And our CEO, do you guys know that he hired the most talented employees, like our COO, Mr. Mohammed Kamal, Mr. Mohammed Nazar, Mr. Mohammed Mora, Professor Susan, and the O Media team, as well as our tech brothers and sisters. I just want to thank Mr. Ash. his mother, his wife, and the children for everything that he has done. In Jesus' name, amen.
Wow, Dr. Benny. Whoa, that is excellent. We ask for 7 to 10 words. Dr. Benny has given us a lot more than even we asked, but because that is unique to her journey. That is her story, and only her can be able to tell it so beautifully the way she has done. And so there are some things, some points, some words that you have used that I can also affirm that I have it in my own list of words. So again, we will see that we are going to have it with others who are going to share with us. Thank you so much, Dr. Benny. That was really an inspiring story, filled with so much hope. Thank you again.
Thank you for your acknowledgement. I appreciate you. And thank you for this topic. It makes all of us to open our mind, whatever thing we want to say. But I'm trying to say something that is good within this company. I'm not faking it. ONPASSIVE is real. ONPASSIVE has what? It's producing organic products, organic and viable products. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. I love the excitement, and I love the honesty. Just everything. So if I were to sum up what of Dr. Benny has said, not that I'm trying to sum up what she has said, but just bringing out some other words that she has used, which also apply to me in terms of my own journey, I would say school loans. I'm also in that category of school loans. Before ONPASSIVE, we go to school, you get school loans in order for you to be educated and be able to work. So school loans is one word. When I got to know about ONPASSIVE, the word that comes to mind is big dreams. Our CEO, Mr. Ash Mofare, vision with big dreams. And so I joined, and also now I have my own big dreams. I am seeing becoming a millionaire. The word millionaire, that is for me the future. Again, the word beacon of hope, that is my journey, and it continues to be in ONPASSIVE. Empowerment, I am seeing empowerment individually and as a group. That is something that is very important. And Dr. Benny also talked of hope for the future. Yes, I also hope nothing better for the future, and I love ONPASSIVE. So for me, in those few words, not totally, that's not all, but that is how I will list my journey in ONPASSIVE. Do we have any other contributions in the chat at this time? Thank you.
Yes. May I?
Yes, go ahead.
Thanks again, my lovely sister, for this kind of education. I would just say, some 3 years back, rather 4, I was introduced to ONPASSIVE by my sister, and I turned it down. A year later from that, I was bereaved. In my bereavement, my sister, one of my closest sisters came around and talked to me about ONPASSIVE, and the manner in which she presented ONPASSIVE to me, I decided to give it a thought. Then she registered me. It was very special the way she presented it to me. So thereafter, during these days that I'm in ONPASSIVE, I've had many opportunities to know people. Opportunities have been open to me that I've been able to know many people in an in-depth manner. In the way seminars are operated, to be very honest, I never used to attend seminars of any business because I've never been really involved in any sort of business besides my small professional activities that I used to carry on. So here, what the ONPASSIVE business has done to me, and you all here, the leaders and everyone attending the meetings, that you've connected me to the world, to a larger world, where I see more people, I attend meetings, and I learn a lot of things. So what have I got to do? I'm trying to scroll the thing. Let me attach this technology. Okay, one of the things that I've learned is learning how to manipulate technologies. I would worry, I will come on and say, Dr. Derry, how do I do this and that? He will say, do that. So all that, the selflessness that I've learned here is beyond compare, that people are ready to sacrifice and are lifting me up in a wonderful way. So when I got registered, when I caught the vision of our CEO is jumping. I'm trying to read it. What we have in mind with one of my sisters who registered me is, back home we have a health system that cannot be compared with what some of us are enjoying out here, and there is a lot of need for so many things, education, health, but we have prioritized the area of health. Talk less of hospital instruments, providing support, staff capacity, and what have you. So we have decided that by the grace of God, if He gives us, when the dollars start coming in, we are praying every day. We don't get carried away. We should maintain our objective of being supportive and uplifting humanity in the area of improving the health of our people back home in Cameroon by the special grace of God. So once more, I thank you all for all the support you have. You all are uplifting me and some of us who may not have the opportunity to say so, but I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful for everything. Sir Kanla, thank you, Sir Lord. Thank you, Sir Benny, everybody. Our Queen Mother, Dr. Patience. I lack words to say thanks. So that is where the way forward will go. As soon as this one, we are praying very hard for the good health and success of Ash Mufare and his family, and the success of everybody, all the perseverance, because we know that in our various small corners, we have identified, because problems are not the same, we have identified various ways in which we can uplift humanity, being there by the grace of God. Thank you very much again. Ciao.
Well said. You are very much welcome, sis. Oh my goodness. I got the following from you. Difficulty or normal life before ONPASSIVE. Opportunity when you found ONPASSIVE or you were introduced to ONPASSIVE. Use technology during your training as you attended sessions, and now you are looking forward to also sharing and giving back to the community through good health being the priority.
Amen.
And also you're looking to still continue uplifting yourself as well as the rest of humanity.
Amen.
Oh my God, well said. I love to hear them coming. Thank you, thank you. Do we have anything in the chat? Oh, Sister Irene, yes.
Sorry, I was just sitting in the background and enjoying because I was struggling to sum everything in 7 words, and I just didn't know what words I could use.
Yes.
So I don't know, but I still have my 7 words. I'm gonna.
Beautiful. I'm excited to hear.
Living my life as usual, working and everything prior to ONPASSIVE, and then I was invited. So I had invited as my first word. I was invited, and someone explained ONPASSIVE to me, and though skeptical in the beginning, I enrolled. So I had enrolled as one of my words. And then I saw a clear vision of ONPASSIVE. It was very clear, and I was overzealous on the prospects. So overzealous on the prospects of ONPASSIVE. And then I educated myself and many in various aspects, not only in technology that is, ONPASSIVE, but other things like we've been doing the mindset, financial readiness and all of that. I mean, there's a lot that we've educated ourselves with in ONPASSIVE. And then I had independence. So I am dreaming of financial independence, personal independence. When you have the finances and you can do the things that you want to do, you become independent. So I dreamt of independence. And then I had big dreams of philanthropy, helping even though I plan to help people a lot, but the main thing was helping people with HIV, children that have been left orphaned because of HIV. I know there are some that I had wanted to help way back when HIV started. Some of those people are now grown and even have children of their own, but I still feel that they missed the opportunity that they should have then, and I would still want to help anyone that missed opportunities in life because they got HIV and they couldn't get the treatment and they were depressed or whatever and withdrew from life, and now they're picking up because there are so many medications now for HIV. But that's my philanthropic part of ONPASSIVE, and I am still anticipating and have hope for what ONPASSIVE will bring. So those were my 7 words, I think, that I had written down, but it was challenging to get it.
And now you see that is the whole essence of doing it, because then you see actually into the concept of what we are trying to see beyond just knowing the words.
Yeah.
Thank you. And you nailed it. Normal life work, enrolled in ONPASSIVE, clear vision, overzealous. Who would not be overzealous after you hear about ONPASSIVE? Is there anyone here?
Yeah,
Please
I'm here.
Please say no or forever remain silent.
Yes. Can I speak something?
All right. Yes, please proceed. Thank you so much, Sister Irene. Your 7 words are really deep and appreciated.
Thank you.
After Brother Divya, I have something to read for Mama Edith.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. Thank you very much that you have at least given me the opportunity to share my own opinion. And yes, the very first time when I just got into it, it was actually a very dramatic story. And why I'm saying this word? Because before that, I was, just keep trying to search some of the, emblem kind of, company so that I can just gain some extra money. Because I was, a teacher and still I'm teaching, but I just need a second source of income. So in the meanwhile, when I was just, searching all those things, I went through many more, cryptocurrencies kind of, businesses. And there, actually, I was deceived by someone. So I also lose my money. But I know that here is, a lot of opportunity in the MLM. At least I just get this much of, information from various sources, and people are there who have really got so much, things. But I'm just struggling with all these things to, cater those. But when I just first time got the information, one of my very, very fast friend, she's, Ram Kumar, he's also my blesser. So he told me about that one of the, American company, which is called, ONPASSIVE. Have you ever heard about? I'm just talking about this matter, about that, almost, in the mid of, June of 2020.
Yes.
And believe me, when I first time, listen that, I take it in a very casual manner. I find that, okay, many more companies are there. They're just, doing the fraudulent activities, blah, blah, blah. I'm just thinking like that because my perception was like. So they just, get use of us. But he just, forced me to come in a Zoom meeting, and he gave me the link. And unwillingly, I came into it. And believe me, that was, I don't know what was the fortune or misfortune, I don't know. But initially, it was the meeting of, Mr. S. Mufari. He has given me the date and said me to must join it. When I just, first time, I just, meet with the speaker, and the speaker is no one, but he was a CEO of our great ONPASSIVE. And he just talked each and everything in a very systematic manner, in a detailed manner. And when he just, given all sorts of, things, that what we are doing, how we are doing, what it will be the impact in the upcoming, future, and everything he had dictated, because that was the day I can never ever, miss that. It really shocked me. And I was not able to understand, is this really possible to happen? And I was not aware about our CEO. Then he said that he's a CEO and he's a, owner of this. Later on, I just, find it out that who was speaking actually. And, but yes, it was really moved my, completely, settled me. That what I'm thinking and what he's saying. And then believe me, in the 16th of December, ultimately, I also got into 2-3 another Zoom meetings, and then ultimately I decided, okay, let's take a chance. And 16th of December in year 2020, I registered and activated myself as a, ONPASSIVian. And since that day, I just, because my nature is to, gain the information. So I'm very inquisitive person to learn each and everything. So I just, try to find all those, information bit by bit, bit by bit. And believe me, it has completely changed me. Completely changed me. 360 degree. It has turned me around. And I'm really blessed. And I'm really feel so much thank you. And what, Dr. Benny is used to say that it's a, order of God. The God has given us the mercy that you must join this. And believe me, with the grace of God, we all are here. And you all are, brothers and sisters. We all are, doing something very unique, something very, extraordinary to do something just for making this wonderful and most, vibrant world in a safest manner, in a cleanest manner. So I'm really thankful. And that day, since today, I'm just, so much dedicated, and wherever it's possible to me, I'm just coming and just, joining. And initially, I was in the Indian continent, and I'm just joining. Then after, just approaching towards to the international level, and then today I'm wherever I'm staying. I'm really satisfied with the performance of the ONPASSIVE, and ONPASSIVE is really unique. It is the best company ever I have seen. And what our sister has said, Dr. Benny has said, the best CEO ever produced in this world is the only one man, and he is not a man, he is in form of man, but he is the incarnation of God. I must say that, because his humbleness, his way of gratitude, everything is super duper. No one can meet. So I'm really thanks. He's a earth angel of this world, truly. So thank you that you have given me the opportunity to at least say something. Thank you very much.
Oh my. Wow. That is amazing. That is great ONPASSIVE story. And I want to believe there are many of us who also have some of those experiences that are similar. Our brother Diva talked of living his normal life and trying to make ends meet, working 2 jobs, professional background as a teacher. And he was just casual from the beginning. And what changed? The person, our CEO, Mr. Ash Mofare, the meeting, the presentation, the systematic, useful information. He talked about 360-degree turn or change. And now he is at the point of dedication and he is satisfied. Isn't that amazing to hear an ONPASSIVIAN, a fellow ONPASSIVIAN, express his story? That is an incredible story. Thank you so much for sharing with us today. Thank you. At this time, Sister Yvonne or Dr. Benny, do we have anything in the chat before we round up?
Okay, Dr. Benny had said she wanted to read it, so I will let her go ahead, please.
Okay. I know, just bear with us. That is why I'm saying we cannot cover everything in one session. So please keep them coming in the chat so that we can always go back and read them in the chat for those that we will not be able to hear or read today.
Is Dr. Benny here?
You bet I'm here.
Please go ahead.
This is for Mama Edith. She said, I was invited by a friend in 2019. Wow, I wish. And listened to a video by Mr. Ash Mofare, spelling out his vision. I was attracted and joined. I have learned a lot. I have enjoyed the help from many good-hearted ONPASSIVians. I am addicted to ONPASSIVE. Are you kidding me?
Wow, Mama
Editor.
you nailed it. That is the new addition, the new word, addicted.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm also addicted.
You too, brother. I didn't know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I think we have Isabel. Isabel, you spoke already, right?
Yeah, I did, please.
Okay, so we don't have to read your stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, and then who else? I think this is it, Sister Kanla.
All right. Oh my, what an amazing participation. Please keep them coming in the chat. We can always go back and read again. This is just so wonderful. I am so excited, and I hope you are as well, with everybody giving or sharing their perspective. So thank you. Thank you from the depth of my heart. I truly appreciate it. So we can round up now by just refreshing our memory that on past diversity, inclusion, and equity is important. The next slide just simply gives us the different ways in which it is important that we can apply in our lives or at workplace, the different environments. So the next slide, we will look at summing up everything we have talked about, including the interactive activities. The main objective or the goal was for us to be able to be aware, be educated, be informed, to become an advocate of these three concepts: diversity, inclusion, equity, in our families, at work, in our businesses. And to realize that truly, we have more in common than what divides us. Just let's think for a minute, all the participation, all the contributions, all the different words that we've used. I see a lot more that we share in common. But did we know this at the beginning of the session today? No, not as much.
Nope.
But because we have created that environment, we have created that opportunity, we have created the dialogue, the conversation medium where we can hear each other express themselves, be heard, be comfortable in being who they are, share their experiences. Now we have come to realize that we as ONPASSIVians, we as individuals, we do truly have a lot in common than what divides us. So irrespective of how maybe the society, or depending on what is happening in our world, it may seem like, oh no, that is not the case. I urge you, I hope that you take the time and listen. Take the time and understand. Take the time and learn who the next person is before you will be able truly to appreciate them for who they are. And to sum it up, Maya Angelou says, nothing will work unless you do listen. And we have all learned that people will forget what you said. They will forget what you did, but never will they forget how you made them feel in our relationships, in our communications, the way, the language, the tone. And she also says prejudice, which means our subjective bias. Some we are born with, some we are taught, some we grow to learn. That it is a burden that confuses the past. It threatens the future and renders the present inaccessible. What a beautiful way to sum it up. We have just seen all of this from the different experiences we'll all share. And I can agree that yes, truly and truly. Let me borrow Dr. Derry's words. Dr. D will always say yes, truly, and yours truly. We need to be able to do that. So I could not do this presentation and end it without echoing the words of our sister, Dr. Benny, and all ONPASSIVE ambassadors that have also expressed a thank you to our CEO, because he is the reason why we are here in the first place. So we want to thank him for sharing his vision, for bringing us along, and for continuously reassuring us that yes, ONPASSIVE is going to change our lives. And all the things that we hope for as we continue on this story will be fulfilled, because our company is a company with heart for humanity. And so I want to say thank you, everyone. Thank you, all those who are listening on YouTube. Thank you, everyone here through our OES. Thank you, thank you. See you at the top. We are all in it to win it. We can go now to the questions and answer session. Thank you.
Thank you, Queen Kanla. I believe Dr. Benny and Sister Aisha are here, so I will leave that to them.
Thank you. I would say astonishing presentation, Queen Kanla. Thank you so much when it comes to this amazing topic. We appreciate you and we love you. But God loves you more because He created you. I didn't create you. He loves you more than me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. Thank you. I love you all, everyone. I love everyone, and thank you. Thank you for being here.
All right. At this moment, I want to find out if, does anyone have any question? Or anything that you have, anything that you want to talk about? Do you want to share any story about our amazing CEO? You know, he's the best. I brag about him all the time, despite the fact that people laugh at me out there. But, oh yeah, people laugh at me.
Look at those
People laugh
faces
at my company. Hey, Sister Irene. Gee. Okay.
I like the faces. Sorry. Nobody can laugh for Dr. Benny. If anybody's laughing, they're just entertaining themselves.
No, they're laughing. They're mocking at me, Sister Irene. They say, where's the money? I told them the money is coming.
Don't worry.
People don't really understand. People don't know what is going on, because if they do, they will be quiet. You cannot just pay $250 or let's say $258 to join a business, and then you are expecting to start making the money immediately. While joining ONPASSIVE, I believe you have a 9-to-5 job. You cannot sit and be complaining. Put yourself into the shoe of our CEO, of what he is going through. And then from there, you'll shut up. I'm serious, Sister Irene. All right. Let me be quiet for now. Does anyone have any question, please? Based upon this topic from Queen Kanla, I am here for you. If you don't have any question, then I will hand it over to Queen Irene. Or could you please write it on the chat? Thank you.
Good afternoon, Dr. Benny.
Yes, Queen Sharon, please proceed.
Hello. I had my hand up for a while. Now I can't seem to turn my camera on, but
we can see you.
Proceed, my dear.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Greetings from Toronto, Canada. Again, I apologize that my camera is not going on, but I'm trying.
It's on now.
Oh, here we go. I think, can you see me?
Well, it came
nope.
on.
I'm gone again. Anyways, hello, everybody. Dr. Benny, everybody here. I was listening. I've been, like I said, I kept putting my hand up. I actually switched phones and everything. And I just wanted to express some of my excitement. We're talking about the best CEO ever, our brother Ash. Like he is amazing. And what I love about Ash is that he's just so laid back, you know, like when he talks to us, I feel like, you know, like we're sitting around his kitchen table and we're just talking about everything and anything. And what I love about him is his sense of humor. Like he's always joking around and with Marty and Chris and Red and that and everybody. He's always like, you know, saying little things here and there. And he talked about his wife and children and his mom, which I think is beautiful. So knowing that he's a family man. And what I want to say about ONPASSIVE and this webinar in particular, and Tuesday and Thursday webinars, I think I mentioned this before, is when I first got into ONPASSIVE, I was kind of just walking down the street when this lady, well, not walking down the street, I was working and I went into a pharmacy and this lady approached me and because of for the arts and that, she started telling me about ONPASSIVE. And you know, weeks later, I gave her my phone number and that, and she kept sending information about ONPASSIVE, and I was just really extremely busy at that time with my own business, and I didn't really have time to look into it and jump on all the webinar stuff. And then she said to me, she called me again, and she's like, Sharon, are you in? Do you get it? And I'm like, no, I don't actually get it because I didn't know. And then I'm like, okay, it has something to do with artificial intelligence. I'm just like, I know nothing about artificial intelligence. Why would I want to join it? And she's like, and she calls me again, and I'm like, you know, it's only $97. Like, you know, whatever. You know, I can spend that going out for dinner, so why not? So she's like, you get it, eh? You really get it. You see the vision. And I'm like, no, I don't, but I feel your excitement. And because of her excitement about ONPASSIVE, the passion that she had, that I joined. And then slowly started getting on webinars and go back to this particular webinar. And Tuesday and Thursday deep dive webinar, I started going on there and I started learning so much from Dr. Derek, and he was very helpful, and everybody here, all my sisters here, like everything that you guys would say, and then, you know, the mindset and stuff. And I was on here every week, and I didn't even realize that there was all these other webinars because it was on here until I started talking to other people like Janet Butler and that. And they're like, well, why don't you come on your, I'm like, well, when is your webinar? I'm like, oh, well, that's the same as deep dive or something. I'm like, no wonder why I missed it. So then when I did start learning about heroes and all that, I'd go on their webinar. because they usually are like an hour after yours. And I would go on their webinar, and I felt like I was cheating on you. I really felt, couldn't stay there. I couldn't stay there. I'm like, go back. And I would come back to deep dive or on Tuesday, Thursday. I would come back because I missed you guys, and I thought it was, like I said, I felt like I was cheating on you. And then I started watching all kinds of webinars all days of the week, and I watched so many webinars that I couldn't sleep. I was doing webinars in my sleep. But I always said that I got my $97 worth like the first month just by being on all these beautiful webinars and being educated about ONPASSIVE and about artificial intelligence, with learning about artificial intelligence. And I love a lot of the products in artificial intelligence. I do say that a little bit of it scares me, like robots scare me, and I don't think I would ever get into a vehicle that there was no driver. I don't know why, but that scares me too. But otherwise, I'm trying to educate myself on it. But then I learned about super AI, and that's like a whole nother ball game. And love also about being here is that we are one big family. And I'm just so happy to have met each and every one of you, really meet each and every one of you. And I can't wait until we have a big ONPASSIVE cruise or something. I can't wait for us to all get together, and I can't wait to hug each and every one of you, because this is a beautiful movement. This is a beautiful place to be. And I've learned so much. Like, I can't believe how much I have learned. And then like Dr. T, like when she comes on and she teaches us all kinds of things and that, like I've learned about foods that I shouldn't be eating and foods that I should eat, and just putting yourself in a different mindset and getting prepared for the next step. And see, I hear a lot of people, and even the people that I am under, saying different things, but they're not even ready for the next step. There's some people that are ready for the next step. They're not ready for the apples to fall. They don't have a lot of these things that they have to get in place. And I said the first month coming on here, Dr. Derek taught me so much, so many things that I have shared with other people that they need to get in place before they eat their apples. And Dr. Derek, he also told me about a bunch of foods and stuff that I shouldn't be eating or drinking, and I'm working on that. I have a few things out of my eye, but I'm still working on that. But it's such a great place to be. We're like one big happy ONPASSIVE family, and like the family is like all over the world. And I'm discouraged also, and I try to tell people not to be discouraged. I was on a webinar, One Global Movement last week, and I started talking, and I got all teary-eyed because of my love for ONPASSIVE and for my love for all you guys. I got all teary-eyed, and I didn't even finish. I wanted to say to make my statement, which was that I am, a woman, Black woman, and in business, and I've been fighting like 20 to survive, and in this, and I'm against a huge corporation that's been trying to put me in business since day one, and I've been fighting a good fight. I am now the #1 distribution company in Toronto. Why? Because I didn't give up. I didn't let them bully me, and I just kept going. And so that's why I feel for Ash and everybody that's working hard for ONPASSIVE, because if you're good and you're really good at what you're doing, there's always going to be somebody that's trying to hold you back. There's always going to be somebody that's going to try to stop you from doing what you're doing. And I say that everybody is about AI now. I mean, everybody, everywhere. AI is in everything. Dr. Bill had a webinar the other day about AI and marijuana. I'm like, what? AI is going into marijuana too? And so like AI is everywhere. And I believe ONPASSIVE is 5 steps, at least 5 steps more ahead of the game that everybody else thinks they're first. So go ONPASSIVE. Thank you for allowing me to speak. That's all I have to say. Love you guys. Have a great Sunday.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your contribution.
See you, Dr. Benny.
Yes, please. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Great. I just want to thank Queen Sharon for her contribution.
That's all I have to say for today, guys. Thank you for allowing me to speak. Back to you, Dr. Benny, or whoever's taking over.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Queen Sharon, for sharing. We appreciate you and we want to thank you for coming.
Hello.
All right. So anyway, have mercy. I just want to thank everyone for stepping up and just making the whole experience wonderful. Um, Especially Queen Yvonne Finn. Oh my goodness, she did a few things that she never normally do, and kind of direct the show.
Thank you,
Hidden
Dr. Derek.
talent.
Thank you.
Was
Thank you very much, Dr. Derek. Thank you.
which was awesome, 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 awesome. Thank you very much, Queen Yvonne Finn. You step up to the plate, even despite your you're not being an upfront person, but you're really upfront and roll the show. And that's how it is, you know.
Amen.
That's how it is from time to time. We do thank you
Yes.
very much,
Thank
Queen
you.
Yvonne. I was experienced so many things. I even have to cut off YouTube, because you said my audio was not sounding too good. I hope it's sounding better now.
You sound perfect now. Thank you.
Perfecto. Wonderful, wonderful. And thanks again, Queen Yvonne. You have displayed another level of leadership, stepping in and just rolling it. Anyway, um, we just want to thank Queen Lerato and yes, Queen Dr. Benny, First Lady. It's Ash Mufare. That's the right pronunciation. Yes, some most people, even leaders, say Mufara, but it's EH, not AH. So it is Mufare. That's the and then he's Egyptian. Maybe in India. In India, it might be that pronunciation, but again, he's originally from Egypt, so it would be Mafare.
Okay.
Okay, so we just want to thank Queen Lerato. Also, wonderful mindset, and you know that I am gang ho on the mindset. It is one of the best things in sliced bread, better than chips. And we just want to thank Queen Lerato. And most of all, oh my goodness, that wasn't a presentation, Queen Kanla. That was a higher level of professor type um,
Yes.
class.
Yes.
That was more. That was more. I don't want to say class.
A university course, really.
University course. That was more a course of study. That's all the terminology I want to use. That was more a course of study that people would pay a couple thousand and get that into 1 week, and you pack that into 1 day. Oh my goodness. So we thank you very much, Queen Kanla. That was awesome. Really appreciate it. And we do have a little update. Ashmo Farah did not come on the stage last week. As you know, he's dealing with a whole lot, humongous amount. Because listen, when you have a gigantic business of this size and it's telling people that they're going to pay less for products that people are used to paying thousands of dollars, it is going to create a lot of animosity. We're not understanding that, you know. We're really not understanding that. We think that, oh, business just come, boom, zoom, doom, and we're up and running. It doesn't work that way because normally, business gradually progress. All right. It took Microsoft 14 years. With this, We're not understanding, where ONPASSIVE is today. It took Microsoft 14 years to reach that level. 14. Right? It took Jeff Bezos about the same, 10 years. And even when they were in the infancy stage with Amazon, and as you know, Amazon was really a book selling company out of his garage. And when he switched and went digital audio, I think it was his 6th or 7th year, he went digital audio. And who you think suing him? Big Barnes and Noble. And this man is in his garage. In his garage with digital audiobooks. And Barnes, big company, Barnes and Noble suing him. And he never a big wig yet. Okay? So when a company like ONPASSIVE come on the scene and it's already excelling and surpassing big wig like Cisco and Google and Amazon, you think people going to take that line down and do nothing? No, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And he expressed some of that week before last, right? And I'm just going to highlight a few of them because it was awesome. I'm just going to highlight a few of what he said week before last. And so this was from the 1st of March that he actually said these few things. So I'm just going to highlight just a few. Soon going to change your life sooner than you think. And yes, but remember, soon is relative. Some people think that from a person says soon, it means next week. You see, that's how people think, right? Soon, tomorrow. And so tomorrow come for you and you're soon and it didn't happen. So you feel upset. And that don't make sense, right? Remember, watch this now. A few crooks and all of this Ashmufara has to deal with. You don't have to deal with that. I don't have to deal with it. But Ashmufara has to deal with it, right? Because these are physical crooks. Crooks that are working whether at India or in Hyderabad or working at Dubai or Singapore and so on, Bangladesh, right? I think the office at Bangladesh even have to close down. And we're not understanding all of these things. Money, where the money? Where the money? No money, so, scam, cause no money. But Ashmufari has to deal with all of these things, which you and I don't have to deal with because it's not our company. It's Ashmufari company that is doing this for us to help us in this process. So, back in the day, a lot of crooks joined. Literally invested a campaign and worked to destroy me, Ashmufari, and put him in jail. So, listen, a lot of things Ashmufari don't tell us, Want to put him in jail because of what he's doing for humanity. Nobody don't want to help humanity really,
Nope.
They give a little 1,000 there and give a little 100,000 there and a 200,000 there and what have you. All right, that's a spit in the bucket. But to help humanity, you have to be sustaining them every day. And the only way to sustain a person every day is to give them a business that is automated. That's the only way to sustain a person every day. Think about it. They have to be getting an income every day.
Yeah, that's right.
Not you just come in with 100,000 and you say, oh, I give 100,000 to help out Africa. Look how big Africa is. What 100,000 going to do? What even $1 million going to do in Africa? Look how Africa big. So, no, not going to help. So to sustain humanity, they have to be getting an income. We all have to be getting an income that will be every day or every week coming in for humanity to benefit properly. And then us that he's starting out with as those that have the founding positions, then as we grow and we see the value, we help others to do the same. Have a sustainable business that is automated and you can generate the income every day, every week, every month.
Every year
You have
also.
something sustaining you. And that don't take 1 day to do. That can't take 5 years to do either.
Yes,
That
Dr.
can't
D.
take 10 years to do either.
That is right.
To accumulate wealth, you need at least four. Well, let us use all of the business that we know. Microsoft, Facebook, Elon Musk, whatever him have. They have so many things. They took at least a decade and a half, 14, 15 years for their business to become sustainable.
That's right.
We are looking at them now. But they took 14 years before they can feel like them reach somewhere. Don't even talk about Disney World. Walt Disney. Walt Disney took 76 years. Praise the Lord.
Oh.
I said, for Disney World to reach where it is now today.
Yeah.
They took 76 years.
Yeah.
76 years before them look like them level and look like them, cool like cucumber. And that's when they became a unicorn company. 76 years after they started.
Wow.
76 years.
Yes.
So stop behaving like, oh, where's the money? Where's the money? Which money? Relax yourself. Right? He has to be dealing with a lot, including people that he helped in many aspects. Those are the people that are trying to kill him and put him in jail. People who is helping. We are not fully corruption free. And a company, there's no company that's corruption free.
Nope.
You have people that work in Walmart and they're stealing from Walmart. It happens. You have people that work at Amazon and they're stealing from Amazon. Even the person on the delivery truck put down the package, take the picture, and take up back the package and put it back in the truck.
Thanks to camera, the corruption is exposed.
And when him reach a certain point, him load off those package in him car and then go back to Amazon office. So listen, corruption is in every company, right? So we are not fully corruption free, but we got better and smarter. That's why That's why they put cameras on the truck. They put cameras at the warehouse. They have tracking on the truck. You know, because some Amazon people just go underneath one tree back in the day. Then just go under one tree, one cool shady tree with a nice jelly juice. Right? And then, you know, tick off, then do that. And then they'll do nothing.
Mm-mm.
So you have to get smarter to reduce your corruption. They put tracking on the truck. They put cameras on the truck.
Mm-hmm.
You have to get smarter. So it's the same thing with ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE have to get smarter.
Right.
And not reveal all the cards that he has. That's also how business work. Right? Then a little corruption among staff. Stealing code. That's what I'm telling you. So him have to be dealing with all of this. One of the hardest things to find is reliable and honest staff. Yes, people can do the job and do the job and do the job. But to find an honest, reliable worker, that's the hardest thing to find in this life. And it's proven in every job. In every job, people steal paper, full stack paper for them data, do them homework. Oh, I work there, so you know it's due to me because they're not paying me how much they should pay me. That's stealing. It's not your full stack paper. It's not your letter size paper. It's not your envelope. So all of this is corruption in a company, right? Building their own off your back. Yes, people are trying to build something from off ONPASSIVE back.
That is so hard,
There's a lot
Dr.
of
D.
corruption. We don't, and that's what I'm saying.
Unbelievable, so hard.
We don't understand how much corruption is going on. We just on the outside here. Well, where the money? Where the money? Where the money? That's all we are on the outside here. Even though Ashmufara bring us on the inside and trying to let us understand, help us to understand how the business is working. Nobody else ever do that. Right?
Right.
Beautiful. A mentality I seen to be in their eyes is a kind of nice guy, and they took advantage of it. Let's suck his blood. People that I changed their lives.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
I remember a lady from Jamaica. She has sent money to her son in Jamaica. She lived in England. And she has sent money to her son in Jamaica for bill house. For bill house and bill house and bill house. And when the mother came after how much? 20 years. And she ready to retire. And coming to Jamaica.
No house.
The son, the same son, where for 20 odd years, she just has send money. He must set up with him friend for kill her.
Wow.
When the friend pick her up from the airport, and him and the friend, she and the friend start to have a conversation. He's finding out so the wicked things that he was telling him about his mother, a lie, never goes so. So based on the false information that the son was giving the friend, he was willing to kill the mother.
Oh!
But when he realized that no, this mother is not who him said
it wasn't true.
Him said, lady, I am supposed to kill you. We dig the hole already, and I am supposed to kill you and throw you in the hole and cover you. So hear me. I'm going to take you back to the airport, and you find an exit and leave because your
Right.
son want to kill you. And the
Yep.
woman was shocked. Your son want to kill you. See the gun here? I was supposed to kill you. That's why I come for you.
Oh my God.
And he
Yeah.
carried the lady back to the airport and
The
left
good.
her at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. The person that she's helping, our own flesh. People are wicked.
The heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can tell?
The
So
good
please,
ones are the ones who get hurt.
so please to understand, it's the same thing with everybody. All of these obstacles Ashmufari has also. Watch this. We were creating enemies too fast because of so much attention and traffic around this journey. I think I said this already, but let me say it again.
Yes, Dr.
Let
T,
me
you
say it
did.
again. Let me say it again. I have a friend that he's in a tech company. He's one of the senior managers at a tech company. And when I was telling him about ONPASSIVE and so on, and then when I said to him that we own 2 floors on the Burj Khalifa, he said, "What? 2 floors?" And when you say them start, I said, at the time we never start yet. But I said, we have been in development since 2018. 2018?
Right.
And you own 2 floors? I said, yes, what happened? My company has been trying since 2015 to get a little office in the Burj Khalifa. Just to get a little office in the Burj Khalifa.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of paperwork and this and that and that. And at that time, now this was 2021. And they're not getting no reply yet.
Wow.
They're not getting no reply yet.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So all I'm saying is that, see it here, the attention and traffic around this journey, we're not understanding what is happening. It created the mentality, let's take our slice. Not caring whether this would last, it just keep getting uglier and uglier. Many evil monsters among us.
Wow.
We found them everywhere. Because for you to get a little space in the Burj Khalifa, it's a ton of paperwork. Credibility have to be way up there. So where the credibility came from has to be from the integrity of Ashmufari.
Right.
We're not understanding that. We don't understand these things. So where the money? Where's the money? That's all we are. That's the only page we are on. Not understanding that there is a lot of wheels that are turning at the same time. As I come to Ashmufari, you going at 80 miles an hour on I-95, and you trying to change your tire at the same time. Try doing that one day. Going 80 miles an hour on I-95, and you try change your tire. Try do that.
That's a good
I would
one.
die every day if needed to fulfill this dream, which is his dream. And that meant getting smarter and smarter and cut down on the trust. You have to know cut down on trusting people.
Yeah.
Because if your own family member, the son for the mother want to dig out her, will kill her and throw her in our hole, then what will a so-called friend do? Kill you 3 times. Right? Anyway, 2 types of work. 2 types. busy, and this is work on a hamster wheel, you don't go anywhere. You're just busy. And a lot of us are busy. We're just busy, but we're not going anywhere. We're stuck. And that's why we're in the 9 to 5. We're stuck. Busy, 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 busy. And we're going round and round and round in a circle. Do the job, get the little salary, spend the little salary, do the job, get the little salary, spend the little salary, do the job, get the little salary, spend the little salary, do the job. So we just round and round, not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Hamster wheel style. Productivity. Works that have learned to stay focused on where we are going. You can apply this mentality on different components of your life and in business. I have been working on virtual backgrounds for over 2 years. 2 years. Man, I work on virtual background.
Yeah. The best.
Oh, where the virtual background in OConnect? Oh, where's the virtual? Look how long it for come and can't come. Man, I work on it for 2 years now. You think it does come so? It don't work that way. This simple little virtual background took me 7.5 hours.
Yes.
And boom, you see it? Boom, it up there. So all you, where my picture? Where my overdose in my picture?
It's a lot of
that's all you depend.
Yeah.
That's all you are on, which is okay. But it took me 7.5 hours to do that.
Wow.
That's a whole day work.
Yeah.
Which we're not getting paid.
Yes.
You understand? Whole day work. That's like going to work for 8 hours.
Absolutely.
Only time we go take break and use bathroom and what have you. We not count all of that. But it took me 7.5 hours to do just this little thing here. 2 little picture on it, so to speak. But everything on it is a different layer. It's a different layer that you have to put on to get one picture. Everything you see on it, all of those little products, ONPASSIVE products, each of them is a layer.
Wow.
It's not easy. But you see,
Yes,
when you understand the work that goes into these things, you appreciate ONPASSIVE more. The language translation. The language translation. Look how long Zoom is in. Look how long Zoom is in business. From 2011. Them have language translation. 2011. We're complaining because we don't get it yet. For what we are looking to achieve at our level, you have to start from scratch and work on your own. I decided to build different teams and found that sometimes our backup plan work faster than the original. You know what that means?
Wow.
The people who is supposed to do it, dragging them foot.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what that means, you know.
Delay.
Because all they are doing is working for salary.
Yeah.
So if I am working for salary, then I'm going to take the longest I can take to get as much salary that I can get working on this project. That's how salary workers work.
So
don't think that the people All the people at Hyderabad, his young ho on this thing. No, you have people that are dragging their feet. We're not understanding that.
Yes, he did say that. He did. He did say exactly that.
Yeah.
Yep. We're not understanding that. OConnect will be released, and that is trigger for several other steps to be released.
Yay.
So a new version of OConnect is coming out, and yes, we're hearing that for a little while now. But
Yay.
yes, that's how it works. I saw it work.
Yes.
It don't work any other ways. It takes a while. You think the Burj Khalifa went up in 2 months?
Nope.
No, did not.
No, not at all.
Almost half of the Burj Khalifa is underground.
Yes.
Because all of that is sand, you know. You have to remember, say it's sand.
Yes.
So you have to go deep for anchor upon something down there.
Absolutely.
Have to go deep. So almost half of the building is down in the ground.
Yeah. True.
You can't take 2 months. We are grateful for so many that have joined us, and not for business, but for humanity.
Yes.
Moving forward, I guarantee I will change the world. And the ecosystem is being wrapped up, and it's a good start. So chillax.
Relax.
Chill out and relax.
It's a done deal.
Chillax.
Chillax.
I love that. Chillax.
That is our new vocabulary.
That's
Chillax.
Ashmafare's new vocabulary. All right, chillax.
Yep.
All right, can use that in your everyday talking at work and so on. Just chillax.
Chillax.
It's a done deal.
Right.
Relax.
It is.
Buckle up. Buckle up. Because
That's right.
we are persevering.
We are.
We are on perseverance.
Yes, we are.
I have to pronounce this word. What is it? On perseverance?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Wow. What a wonderful meeting. Thank you all for stepping in and making it work the Dream Team way.
Yes.
Wow. From the mindset to the interactive educational course to the updates, and we all have to chillax.
Chillax, yes.
I am still behind the wheels. I'm still listening. I just want to say I am very, very, very excited. And I can see that teamwork makes a what is the word again? Dreamwork. Thank you, team. Thank you, team. You did it. All right.
Thank you, Dr. P. Thank you.
Okay.
Sister Kanla, let me ask this. Are you a teacher?
All right.
She's good, isn't she?
As a second job? That was good teaching.
She is really phenomenal. She's great.
She's good at it.
All right. Oh my God. Like Queen Sister Patience said, this was an awesome meeting. And I love the teamwork. You know, we all have so much talents that we're just hiding them behind. And, you know, those talents, they step up when needed. So that's what happened today. So thank you all so much. Thank you for those who join us on the YouTube. Thank you very much. You are here every Sunday, same time, for us to have this awesome webinar, the Dream Team Way. Thank you so much. So at this time, we would like to say goodbye. And we will be back here again, same time next week, 12:45 Eastern Time. But you all know that we have other webinars within the week. So endeavor to join those webinars Monday through Saturday, actually, because it is a learning process. You want to learn, you want to be equipped, So when the time comes, you are ready and you can talk anywhere proudly with your head high up because you know what you're talking about. So thank you very much, those joining us on YouTube. If you are on YouTube and you are a brand ambassador, you probably should have the link to join us via OConnect. So at this time, we will say goodbye and we'll see you next week. And you can join us on OConnect if you do have the link. Thank you very much and have a blessed rest of your day.